The Knicks defeated the Indiana Pacers 121-117 in game one. This game was a very exciting game. Unlike the Nuggets Timberwolves game, this was a great game to watch if you were a neutral fan. It was very competitive. Both of these teams really brought it in this game. There was like several lead changes in this game, so it could have gone either way. It was one of those games where you could flip a coin. I think that's how close it was in deciding who would win this game. What really stood out to me in this game was Jalen Brunson. This guy continues to dominate during these playoffs. He's a primetime performer, and you could argue he could probably be the most clutch player so far in the playoffs. This guy, when the game's pressure's at its highest, he always lifts his game to another level. There's just something about him that's special in that regard. Not many players have that ability to rise under pressure, and he continues to do that throughout these playoffs. I felt the Knicks should have lost this game, but he was clutch in the final 2-3 minutes of this game. And because of his clutch play and his clutch shot making, the Knicks were able to prevail and win this game. He had 43 points on 14 of 26 shooting, which was ridiculous. I'd say DiVincenzo was very good in this game also for the Knicks. He was, I think, clutch in the third quarter. He went on a scoring run, I believe. Josh Hart was also pretty big in this game, especially with his rebounding. This guy's rebounding is incredible for a guy who's only 6'4". He rebounds like a guy who's like 6'10". He had 13 rebounds in this game, 4 offensive rebounds, and all those rebounds made a big difference. And on top of that, 24 points on 9 of 13 shooting. This guy continues to elevate his game during playoffs. So you got to respect that. I always give credit to guys who go above and beyond in the playoffs compared to how they played during the regular season. On the Pacers end, I would say off their bench, TJ McConnell was big. I really liked the way he played in this game. I think he's going to have a huge impact in the series off the bench. I consider him one of the X factors. Now, for starters, I would say Siakam and Miles Turner had pretty good games. They were great in this game. Naismith was very solid in his performance on the offensive end, and Nimhart was okay. But the guy that I feel has to step up is Tyrese Halliburton. To me, he laid an egg in this game. He was terrible. 6 points, 2 for 6 shooting is not going to cut it, to be honest. He has to do more than what he did in this game. Defensively, 4 steals, that's pretty good. But again, I need more from him. I need more from this guy. This guy was an all-star player this year, and he hasn't played great in these playoffs. The last series, he wasn't great against the Bucks. Statistically, if you look at his numbers, he needs to be better. He's not going to be able to get away with playing bad in the series and not being efficient. This guy needs to get at least 16 to 20 points a game in the series. He should be getting that. There's just no excuses for him. I expect a better game for him the next game. The other thing that really stood out to me about this game is the Knicks bench is putrid. They have a crappy bench. 3 points off their bench compared to the Pacers bench, which got 46 points. So when you look at it, you usually don't win a game if your bench has 3 points and the other team's bench has 46 points. But they were fortunate that the Pacers screwed around in the final few minutes in this game, getting key turnovers, making dumb fouls, not playing smart basketball IQ-wise in the final 2-3 minutes of this game. They were very fortunate. And also, Jalen Brunson's clutch heroics rescued them in the final few minutes of this game. He made a lot of big shots and made a lot of big plays. But going forward, I still have the Knicks losing this series. I think the Pacers' depth will eventually wear them down. But it was a great game, and I look forward to the next game. I think that's going to also be very competitive. So that's all I have to say about this.